Personal Development Quarter 1, Lesson 9, and we are going to talk about stress and mental health. According to Mahatma Gandhi, you can't change how people treat you or what they say about you. All you can do is change how you react on it. Okay? So, hindi naman talaga natin mababago kung ano yung sasabihin ng ibang tao. Pero, mababago natin kung ano yung paano natin i-respond yung mga sasabihin ng ibang tao. So each of us has our own battle and we encounter different challenges in life. So it is up to us on how to deal with each challenges. So nasa sa atin yan kung paano natin i-deal yung mga challenges na dumadating sa atin. And nowadays, adolescents like you deal with different issues. So napakaraming yung issue like friends, family, academics, relationship, and even pressure that could lead to stress, and worst case is depression. So, there are several ways on how to deal and cope with stress. And most of the time, dealing with stress differs from person to person. Okay? So, iba-iba tayo on how, kung paano natin i-cope yung stress. And you have to assess yourself first for you to know what strategy you can easily adapt to and deal with stress. Okay? So, madami tayong mga strategy na pag-uusapan at kung ano yung strategy na sa tingin nyo ay yun yung magiging fit para sa inyo. The content of this lesson is about understanding mental health and psychological well-being. So for the objectives, we have to define ano nga ba yung stress? What is stress? Define what is mental health. We're going to define also ano ba yung mental health. And also, we are going to discuss understanding of mental health and psychological well-being to identify ways to cope with stress during adolescence. Okay, so ito na. So, as a senior high school student, you're probably plenty familiar with experience of stress, okay? So, madaming stress. Pero ano nga ba yung definition natin about stress? So, pag sinabi nating stress, a condition characterized by symptoms of physical or emotional tension. So, yun pala yun. Physical or emotional tension. So, as an individual may feel he or she is struggling to accept changes with physical, mental, and emotional responses. And it may give tension which lead into various responses such as anger, frustration, and nervousness. Okay? So what you may know is that is a natural response. So natural na response lang yon, yung mga anger, frustration, and nervousness of the mind and body to a situation in which person feels threatened or worried. So, huwag kayong mag-alala. Normal reaction natin yon kapag merong stress. So, as the human condition, stress first appeared on the 1930s scientific literature and became common until the 1970s. So, in the present age, stress was used to describe a variety of unpleasant feeling, okay? Kapag hindi maganda yung pakiramdam, talagang sinasabi natin na stress na tayo. And as over time, we feel angry, conflicted, overwhelmed, frustrated, or fatigued, okay? So, threatening, threatening events are often referred as stressor. Okay, ano naman ba yung stressor? Ang stressor na tinatawag, this event can cause stress. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung nagkukos ng ating stress. And that's called stressor. Okay? Next is, ang stress daw act as stimulus, response, and relational. So, we are going to define paano ba ang stress naging stimulus, paano ang stress response, at paano ang stress ay relational. So, stress as a stimulus. Paano natin malalaman na kapag ang stress ay stimulus? So, researchers have conceptualized stress as a demanding, threatening event or situation. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga threatening event or situation na nagkakos ng ating stress. Stimulus ang tawag doon. So, example nito, yung mga high-stress job, yung mga overcrowding, long commutes to work. Okay, so yan yung mga parang nakikita na natin na ito yung stimulus ng stress natin kapag papasok tayo ng school, kapag mahaba, kapag traffic. So Such conceptualization are known as stress as a stimulus definition because they characterize stress as a stimulus that causes certain reaction. Okay? Mayroong certain reaction on that stimulus. Stimulus-based definition of stress are problematic. However, because they fail to recognize the people differ in how they view and react to challenging life events and situation. So, for example, a students who has studied very well in all subjects for the first quarter would like experience less stress. Okay? Gusto niyang maka-experience ng less stress kapag ka daw kayo ay isang mabuting estudyante na nag-aaral during examination that would a less responsible and unprepared student. Stress as a response. So, ano naman yung pag-uusapan natin dito sa stress as a response? Sabi dito, other researchers have conceptualized stress in a way that emphasize the physiological responses that occur when faced with a demanding or threatening situation. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating katawan ay nagre-response sa mga demand or threatening situation. And this conceptualization are referred to as a response-based definition because they describe stress as a response to environmental condition. So, yung ating katawan lang ay nagre-response kung ano yung situation na dadating sa atin. So, for example daw, si Hans Selye, a famous stress researcher, once defined stress a response of the body to any demand. Okay? Whether it is caused by or results in pleasant, unpleasant condition. So, ang katawan talaga natin, magdedepende kung ano yung demand na hinihingi. So, Selye definition of stress is response-based in that it conceptualizes stress chiefly in terms of body physiological reaction. Okay? The physiological reaction ng ating katawan to any demand that is placed on it. At meron tayong tinatawag na stress hormone. Ang stress hormone natin ay yung cortisol. Next ay stress as relational. Ano naman ang meron sa stress as relational? So, sabi dito, when a person experience stress, take a step back to look at the situation that is causing the stress and reflect on it. So, yon, parang titingnan natin yung situation, tapos i-identify natin ano ba yung nagkakos ng stress at magre-reflect tayo doon. So, when an individual resources are more than enough to deal with a difficult situation, that person may feel little stress. Okay? Pag na-identify na natin ano ba yung cause, nakapag-reflect tayo, so ibig sabihin, magkakaroon na lang tayo ng maliit na stress. So, when an individual realize that his or her resources is just enough to deal with the circumstances, but only the most cause of the great effort, so that person may feel moderate amount of stress. So, ibig sabihin, identifying ano ba yung cause ng stress, ano ba yung dapat natin gawin. Then, but when an individual knew that resources is not enough to meet the stressing event, that person may feel a great deal of the stress. So, stress is determined by the person environment bit. So, eto naman, it really happened to us. Ano ba yung nakaka-stress sa atin? Kapag nakikita natin ang solusyon, so, magkakaroon tayo ng less stress na. Pero pag hindi natin nakikita, ano ba yung pwedeng maging solusyon on that situation or event? So, mas malaki yung magiging stress natin. Yun yung tinatawag na stress as relational. Next, there are two kind of appraisal of stressor. So, stressor, ito yung nagkakos ng stress. Primary and secondary appraisal. So, sinasabi that a primary appraisal involved judgment about the degree of the potential harm or threat to an individual that stressor might happen. So, etong degree na to ay magkakaroon na ng potential harm or threat. A stressor would likely be appraised as a threat if one expects that it could lead to some kind of harm, loss, or negative consequences. Conversely, a stressor would be appraised as a challenge if one believes that it carries the potential for gain or personal growth. Okay? So, ang stress, dalawa lang yan. It's either matuto ka or it's either masaktan ka. So, for example, a grade 12 student was elected as a president of the student council. But this leadership position would likely perceive as a threat if the student believed that it would lead an excessive work demands. Okay? Kung ano yung nakikita natin, kung halimbawang tinitingnan niya na ito ay threat kasi madaming magiging trabaho, that's a negative impact. So, masasaktan ka. Or this position would likely be perceived as an opportunity. Pero kung titingnan naman natin na ito is opportunity, if that student will view it positively, to gain new skills and enhance ability. So, ibig sabihin, ang on a positive side, matututo ka. Okay? So, similarly, a senior high school graduate on the point of graduation may face the changes as a threat or a challenge. Okay? So, nasa atin kung paano natin titingnan yung stress. Kung ito ba ay threat sa atin or a challenge. Sometimes, stress can be good. Yes. It can be good kung titingnan natin na challenge siya at matututo tayo on that. And for example, it can help you develop the skills needed to manage potentially challenging or threatening situation in life. However, it can be harmful. Yun nga, sabi ko sa inyo, pwede kang matuto or pwede kang masaktan when it's severe enough to make you feel overwhelmed and out of control. So, strong emotion like fear, sadness, or the other symptoms of depression are normal. So, these are the normal emotion na meron talaga tayo. If they are temporary and do not interfere with our daily activities. Okay? So, nasaktan tayo, okay lang na maging sad tayo. But if this emotion lasts too long or cause other problem, it's a different story. Hindi na siya normal. Okay? So, what is a mental health? Now, we are going to talk about ano ba yung mental health. So, it is a condition of being sound mentally, emotionally that is characterized by the absence of mental illness and by adequate adjustment, especially as reflected in feeling comfortable about oneself. So, ibig sabihin, absence of mental illness, yung ating mental health. And it also a positive feeling about others and the ability to meet the demands of daily life. Okay? Kaya lagi natin naririnig, alagaan natin yung ating mental health. So, having a good mental health is also the state of overall well-being of a person associated with can set and aim your goals, enjoying your life to the fullest, and can have and maintain a good relationship with the other people, especially your classmates and colleagues. And lastly, you are able to manage, recover the loneliness from stress. Okay? So, ito po yung ating mental health. So, a good mental health does not necessarily mean being happy or successful all the time. Most people feel depressed, lonely, or anxious now and then. But those with good mental health can take this feeling in stride overcome. Okay, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, those are a normal reaction, a normal emotion na meron tayo. Pero kapag tumatagal na at ganun pa rin, it's a different story. Hindi na siya normal. So when such feeling or mood persists and interfere with a person's ability to function normally, though it may be a sign of a more serious mental health problem and time to seek help. So, ano daw yung well-being? So, kapag sinabi naman nating well-being is a holistic view of ourselves and our health. So, as an adolescent, several factors that could influence your well-being, such as pressure due to the exam, assignments and project, family issue, financial status, relationship among other people, and mobile addiction. But I know na as an adolescent, you know how to deal with that problems or with that challenges. So it is your task to cope with stress and manage your mental health. So having a good mental health means that you are stable enough to face challenges brought by different daily circumstances. Whatever life may bring you, you can bounce back and get to action. Okay? So treat all the stress as a challenge and you will learn from it. So, mental health indicators, here are some known indicators of the mental health. Meron tayong tinatawag na emotional well-being, psychological well-being, and the social well-being. So, emotional well-being, if you are satisfaction in life, happiness, cheerfulness, and peacefulness. And under the psychological well-being, the self-acceptance, the personal growth, including the openness to new experiences, optimism, hopefulness, purpose in life, controls one environment, spirituality, self-direction, and positive relationship. And for the social well-being, yung social acceptance, belief in potential of people, society, personal support, and useful of the society as a sense of community. Okay? So, dito naman makikita natin yung emotion, psychological, and social being. So, these are the health indicator, or rather the mental health indicators. Okay, thank you.